Welcome to How to Change Your Life in 30 Days, Part 2. And today, as I was establishing this, I said to myself, we might have some more parts, but that is going just to sound as if it's really complicated, which is not. Okay, so just to introduce you to me and myself. My name is Ravital Chasson Nahum, and my background is in architecture, interior design, and feng shui. And I had a very long career as a jewelry designer. I had been general artist for many years, and this is my main skills. With it, I have studied for years and years and years energy reading. So I'm a psychic reader and a healer, and I'm a soul communicator, and what else can I say about myself? That now I'm coaching the 30-day process according to Abraham Hicks. When I met Abraham, it was about a year ago. After years and years that people were nudging me to listen to Abraham, but it didn't fill up any cell in my brain at the time. I said to myself I had enough channelings. They didn't talk about anything else but channeling, and channeling just didn't call my name because it just didn't. And when I met them, they actually were able to bring the last piece in my puzzle. And that was the piece of the emotions. That was the piece that was missing for me, because I'm a highly emotional person. Being an artist, being creative, means that you have to be attached to your heart. It means that you have to be attached to your emotions. And the society that we live today, being attached to your heart and being attached to your emotions is definitely the last card you want to put on the table. So, and with me, that was the main card I had to play with. So I was, so to say, in a trouble. Even though I had all the tools of creating reality, I'm a genius creator, okay, but the emotional part was missing for me, the emotional process. Now, the 30 days process is actually a genius, simple process that the only reason, the only purpose of it is just to enable you as a human being in the body, dealing with a third dimension, which is about to shift in 5 days from now, to enable us as human to deal with reality and still keep our vibration in a way that is going to benefit us. Very, very, very simple. No more than that. And actually, we don't need more than that. That's the only thing we really want. Okay, so I'm going to start, and if you have any questions, you're going to let me know, and I will definitely respond to them as we continue. Now I'm going to share my screen with you so you can see how lovely I was prepared for today. Okay. So this is part 2, okay, and we're working for, from the Facebook group of the 30 days. This is the name of it, How to Change Your Life in 30 Days, Abraham Hicks. You can find us on Facebook, and you can see everything over there. Now, the entire idea is to find something to be happy about. And it is, I thought about it, and I said to myself that actually all my life, being happy was some kind of a chore for me. It was some kind of an enigma. I was looking for the moment of happiness in my life, and I was actually realizing that everything in my life was a constant journey of battle and crisis and disappointments, and just a whole journey of nearly pure unhappiness. No matter what happened, I was not really happy. There was nothing really that I could really say that was happy, because about everything, every happy moment that I had, there was a sad moment that I had to deal with. You know, it like I was always feeling both sides of the coin. In one hand, I could feel the joy and happiness, and the other hand is I felt, you know, the other part of it. I was always aware to the two sides of it. Therefore, I was never able really to feel a pure moment of happiness, and that's how I started. So now the only thing we have to understand in this process is that we just have to find something to be happy about. And what Abraham is saying, that with each moment of bliss, more that which you've identified as your desire flow to you until another moment, and so forth. So I have to learn how to control this screen, and I think I know how to do this. So the idea of finding something to be happy about is so simple. You can just decide to be happy about nothing, just because happy is good for you. It's like you don't really like to drink water, but you drink water because it's good for you. Okay, so you can start like this. If you have no reason, or you have never really trained yourself to be happy or to feel happiness, you can start with just feeling happiness first for no reason, and then just make up something, or just remind yourself of something that you really like and stick to it. If you like flowers, okay, so just get yourself happy about having flowers around you, or in the planet, or anywhere. You know, if there's something in your body that you like, you know, the color of your hair, the shape of your nails, I don't know, a certain sharp shape about in your body, just enjoy that little part of you and make it a centerpiece of being happy. If you have kids, okay, that's always most of the time for most people a source of happiness. Okay, if you have a pet, it's a source of happiness. No matter what's happening in your life, if the sun just rise up in the morning, that could be a source of happiness. And just practicing something which is completely general, you know, just to begin with, and just to feel your way in. It doesn't have to be anything in particular. I know about myself that happiness was not something I used to practice, and now happiness is my general, you know, vibration setup. And honest to say, when I went first time to my teacher and for a reading, she said to me, Ravital, you have a happy soul. And I was willing to admit that, because deep in my heart I felt that I'm happy, but somehow I didn't know how to experience it on my physical life. Okay, so now I would like to move to my second. No, I'm not going to do that. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do that. See, I have to learn. Okay. Oh, you see what I did? Finding me. Now let's do that. Oh, I know how I did that. Bear with me for a second. Here it is. Okay, so this is now one. Okay. What Abraham is saying, that if you're willing to submit yourself for 30 days, okay, you can shape the dominant vibration within on every topic that is significant, or one that allows the well-being in the way you want it to be. So what Abraham is saying, that 30 days, okay, of practicing that ideas, okay, those little exercises are going to be enough to create those changes. Oh, here it is. Now this is actually the chart that I would like to emphasize, and if you can see this, okay, the whole idea of the 30 days process, is to run up from on the emotional scale. It's to run up from fear to boredom, and then containment, and then hopefulness. You see, the idea is that if you, oh, now I know what I did wrong. Okay, the idea is that if you can shift, okay, your feelings, okay, enough that you start to become optimistic, okay, and hopeful, this is the moment that you actually can do the shift in your life. You can actually bring the things that you want to have into your life in a way that they are going to flow. And why is it so important? Because it's a vibrational world. It's all working on energies, okay? And I brought those slides so you can actually see that a certain level of vibration is going to work for you, and a certain level of vibration is going to actually manifest nothing. Let me see. I still didn't get a grip on that. Okay. Now you're going to see it. You see, the thing is very simple. If we are trying to describe the energy by colors, okay, you can see that the energy is going to start manifesting for you when you're going to get into here they say 250, 300. Okay, to 300, 350. This is the vibration that you need in order for things to move up in the positive direction. If you're going to keep yourself on that level of vibration, things are going to go into the drama. They're going to go into things that you don't want. It's going to create more of the things that you don't want. But if you start vibration from here, which is like willingness and appreciate and acceptance, okay, this is and reason. You know, this is the place when things are going to expand. Okay, as David Hawkins is describing it. If you're going to run on the lower chart, okay, in the lower vibration, actually this is going to create a constriction. This is going to create a closing and clogging of your space, and actually not going to enable the positive part of the gauge actually to work for you. Okay, what I mean by this is that what I mean by this is that if we think that we have a gauge that the middle is 0, okay, and then the left part of it is minus, and the other part of it is plus, okay, the minus is going to represent all the things that we don't want. The positive is going to represent all the things that we want. Okay, so if you look at that scale of energy, okay, all this energy that goes from orange to yellow to green, actually this is the scale that goes on the minus part of it. Okay, once you start going into the blue and purple, okay, this is when it starts to go from the 0 to the plus. Okay, so when it comes to your vibration, you want to avoid the minus part of the gauge. You want to create from the positive part of the gauge. And now it's really, really important to understand that we are not supposed all the time to be happy. We're not supposed all the time to be on the positive part. We want to be there. We want to create something. when we want to make a step forward, that's where we want to be on that part of the gauge. That's when we want to practice our happy feelings. It doesn't say that we're supposed to keep happiness in all conditions all the time and be like this, a happy robot. No, we're not. Okay, Typhoon, I see that you're you know you're pondering about what I'm saying. Okay, but it's going to be very simple for you once you understand. What I'm trying to explain it is why happiness, so to say, is important for your manifestation, why it's essential if you want to manifest something which is positive for your life. Because whatever the vibration set point that you start with is the one that actually is going to design the outcomes. Okay, you can see even here, if somebody wants to come over, okay, but they manifest from the place of being insecure, okay, what's going to happen that this insecure vibration is going to manifest the results, and the results are going to say that it may not happen. But if you manifest something from the place of being secured, of being sure, of being positive, okay, most likely, or there's no reason on the planet that it's not going to happen unless it has not been connected with something else. But when it comes to the universe, there's no reason on the planet that thing is not going to happen. Okay, so that's why I wanted you to see this and understand that it's really, really important to understand. And I will give you another. Okay, now I want you to see this. I want you to see this slide. And I know that I'm jumping one, okay, but I really want you to see that when you are positive, okay, when you are positive, okay, you actually enable energy to flow to you. When you are not, this is how your aura looks like. And actually, it even looks, the missing information here that, not allowing me being in resistance, like Abraham are defining this, and everybody now on the planet are just using that terminology, that around the body here there's some kind of an unseen bubble, okay, which is very, very firm, and actually disable the energy to flow in, and actually everything, all the energy here becomes stagnate. And this is something that I really want to to emphasize. This is something that I really want you to understand. And people don't understand that when you are on the lower vibrations of being angry, of being disappointed, of being upset, being mad, being on the lower scale of emotions, or not to say the emotion that doesn't feel good, okay, what happened, you are disabling energy to flow through you. And this is the energy that you need in order to manifest. This is an energy that you need to be in well-being. This is the energy that actually you need in order to allow. It's something so important that I have no words to stress more of it. When you are on your positive vibration, when you are on the positive part of the gauge, you're actually enabling things to come to you. You enabling the energy of the universe to flow through you. And how do we do this? We do this with breathing. We do this with smiling. We do it with all those little practices that we do on the 30-day process. What we do, we break up this bubble and we disperse this dark energy, and we bring something which is more benevolent for us. We bring the bright, happy vibration to our space. Okay, I want to move and continue to my next slide. I want you to see this. Okay, that we have discussed already. Okay, here it is. Now, what I wanted to see, I wanted to see the idea. Oh, thank you. I wanted to see the idea of the dominant vibration. Now, the dominant vibration is so, oh, so significant. Okay, and Abraham, now giving an example, they say when you think about a subject of dollars, let's say the subject of wealth, because Abraham in this seminar is working on this workshop, working on wealth, love, and health. Okay, they say health, wealth, and love. That's how they make it, but here it comes like wealth, love, and health. Okay, if you think about money, okay, and a financial abundance, and you feel adventurous and eager and unlimited, or you do feel worried and uncertain and limited. Okay, and they say sometimes you feel everything about it. You feel all of it. You feel the entire range of feelings. You feel limited and you feel unlimited. You feel worried and you feel successful and lucky. Okay, this is something that doesn't go anywhere. You have to set a vibration. You have to decide in what part of the gauge you are. Are you worried, or are you or you feel unlimited? Okay, the same thing about relationship when it comes to love. Okay, when you have the most significant, if you do you feel that you are, that your relationship is a source of worried and struggle and stress, or your relationship is a source for fun and happiness and life giving, so as Abraham is saying. Okay, the same thing about your health. How do you think and how do you feel about your physical body? If you are like hypochondriac, okay, so you're on the left side of it. But if you feel happy and you don't think about diseases, you all the time see yourself as happy, so that you're here. Okay, and this is something that I'm going to focus for a little longer. And when you look at the thing that you want deactivate, it's activated. Actually, you activate him. Okay, so actually what Abraham is saying here, let me close that. Okay, oh, what Abraham is saying that because we are all beginning here, okay, and we have no practice of this, okay, what they do, they actually give us exercises that are going to help us to set our vibration, our vibration deliberately. Okay, because what's the purpose of this work? The purpose of this work is to be able to shift our energy and our vibration from the negative part of the chart into the positive, in a way that we have control over this and we know what we do, and we want to create something in our life. We are going to create in a way that is going to manifest for us in a way that is going to benefit us. It's not going to harm us. It's not going to strike back into us. Okay, now how do you do this deliberately? You do it with a process. Okay, and the process itself is very, very simple, and I repeat myself when it comes to simple constantly. Okay, so I want you to see that. Okay, I know that I'm not. Look at that. Hope you don't see me doing this. Here it is. Now, how we do this, believe it or not, but breathing is far more important than anything else we could ever imagine. And why breathing is so important? Breathing is important because that's how the energy of the universe flow through us. If we don't, I don't know if you realize, but most people has a very shallow breathing. Very shallow breathing. This is not enough to create abundance in the body. This is not enough to create how to say that, the flow, the healthy flow that we want. So what we would like to do, we would like to practice more and more breathing, because the air is the energy from the universe coming and flowing through us. Okay, the air is the connection that we have between the inside and the outside world. The air that we're breathing, this is actually the connection. This is the life force. Okay, when somebody died, they stopped breathing. Without breathing, there's no more functioning. So the breathing is the most important aspect, okay, of setting up the vibration and actually working and actually enabling things. And meditation is all about breathing. What's meditation is like sitting, closing your eyes or keeping them open, whatever. It depends how practiced you are, and just breathing. It's all about breathing. If you think about yoga, yoga is a it's a combination of body postures and breathing. And what Abraham are saying, that whenever you breathe, okay, take more air into your lungs, and just every time you think that there's no more room for air, just take more air, more air, more air, more air, more. And this way, as more as you practice this, actually what you're doing, you're going to blow your lungs to become bigger and actually being able to contain more air. That's what we want. So breathing is so extremely important. Now, Abraham are laughing that we are lucky that we have no control over breathing, because if we had control over breathing, most likely we're going to stop it. Okay, just imagine we have to drink water, okay, and how many times a day you have to remind yourself to drink water. Some people just don't do this, okay. I'm like that. You see, I have my bottle exactly, okay. So I have awesome. You have to have it with you in order to practice it, okay. But thanks God, when it comes to air, when it comes to the major force of life that we need, there is no question about it. The body just do it. The body just do it. Okay, what we want to do now, we want to deliberately do more of it. That's all. Okay, now let me do that. See, I think I'm getting better. Okay, yes, I'm getting better. Molders of energy. Now, what we have to understand, okay, that we actually, our body is actually a machine of transformation and translation. We actually transform vibrations. That's what we do. And we translate vibration, okay? So what the idea is, sorry, that we can actually create by default, okay, or we can create by deliberate intent. And it's very, very simple once you understand it. If you don't pay attention to what you do, if you're not aware of how you run yourself and how your vibration is acting, okay, you can make all the choices on the planet, and they are going to run in such a random way that you're going to say to yourself, but how that happened? That was so far away from my intention. It was so far away from your intention because your intention was here and your vibration was there. And a lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people don't understand that actually it doesn't matter what they say. It doesn't matter, even what they really think. It matters what kind of vibration they are creating. Because the vibration is going to manifest itself. Now, the entire process of the 30-day is to show you that you can actually have access to set up your vibration in a way that is going to work for you. in a way, and it designed in a way that you can actually see after a few days, really just after a few days, the benefit of that process. Okay, and now I'm going to be smarter, and I'm going to, okay, I'm going to run here. Ha, did it. Okay, now the 3 steps of creation. Okay, now what Abraham is saying here, that we need a contrast. We need a contrast. That it's like I said from the beginning, we cannot and we're not supposed to be happy all the time, because once we're happy, we actually don't expand. If we think about source energy, if you think about it, okay, actually what the galactic gossip is saying, what the gossip is saying, that actually source is some kind of an energy that just there. It's just there. It's just being. It just in a state of beingness. Nothing really happens over there. And if it happens so slow that the human race are going to lose their breath long before something is going to happen. And that's where our work is coming forth. This is why we are doing the, so to say, the hard work, because Source created us to do that work for it. We're the one that's supposed to get out of the vortex into contrast and then back into the vortex, because that's the way we expand. That's how Source, okay, expand itself as well. Source has no way to experience itself unless something out of itself happens. Source cannot get out of the vortex. Source lives in infinite vortex. And everybody over there are applauding me. Thank you. They say it's our job to stay in and out of the vortex. It's our job to experience contrast. It's our job to get angry, to get upset, to get unhappy, or to get disappointed, and to actually to explore all those other experiences. Okay, and once we experience it, all those we experience it, then we can run back into the other side and create the thing that we want. Okay, so when do we need the contrast? Okay, it's like Bashar said, it's the rubber band. Okay, if you go to the negative, okay, if you go to the negative, you go to contrast. Okay, as far as you're going to contrast, as far as you're going to run back into the positive aspect in order to create. Now, what Abraham is saying, and what I am saying as well, okay, that you don't have to run your life. Hey, you don't have to run your life in such a strong, how to say, swing. You don't have to run from tears of unhappiness to tears of joy. We're not that kind of babies. What I'm saying here, that we actually can create from being far more fine-tuning with our vibration. Okay, we don't have to be, so to say, so silly and so dumb that in order to create something, okay, we have to explore the so much unwanted in order to understand what wanted. We can actually find ourselves something in the middle, okay, and we can run to minus 1, and we don't have to run minus 100 and minus 1,000. We can balance ourselves in a much more fine-tuning. It's like Abraham is saying about Esther, that she became so comfortable, with her vibration, that she cannot stand being out of her vortex, not even for a moment. But the idea is that once you're finding the way to deliberately create your reality, okay, from that moment on, from that moment on, you're going to, here, oh, look at me. Okay, from that moment on, you will have much more control of how you feel in general and how you create in general and how your life is going to look. Because at the moment you understand that you don't need such a huge drama in order to understand, this is where life is going to become much more tolerable for you. Okay, and let me get back to my slides. Okay. Here it is. So, okay. Okay. Now, Abraham are trying to explain to us what it means to create by default. And we already discussed this, okay? And it's a we observe condition and formulate a desire, often in terms of exclusions. I do not want. This is so difficult to explain to people. You cannot believe it, or maybe you can, or maybe I'm just talking, talking to the choir. It's so difficult for people to understand that saying to me or saying to the universe, I'm afraid that, or I don't want that, it's just what is going to happen, because there's no in the universe. Universe don't understand no. So whatever sentence you're going to take, I don't want this, the universe is going to take don't, pull it out, and this is what you're going to get. I don't want this relationship, universe, no, don't. I want this relationship. I can't stand that work. Universe don't understand can't. It's a I stand that work. I don't have enough money. Universe don't hear don't. Say I have enough money. And you stuck with wherever you have. And you think to yourself, what? Universe is so stupid? No. You just don't understand that the universe all the time go for more and more and more and more. There's only yes in the universe. Universe don't have no. If you ask something from source, source immediately give it to you. Source will never ever say no. Source doesn't know how to say no. Source live in this bubble of pure positive, okay, in this constant vortex. For source, there's no problem. You want to be in jail? Great, go to jail. You want to be raped? Great, be raped. You want to be poor and miserable? Be poor and miserable. You want to be sick? Great, be sick. For me, it's just another movie. Just think about it. Source has experienced us through the YouTube's videos that we are creating, each one of us. It doesn't care. So now it's only by you to choose. If you can choose that everything that you do from the place that actually is going to serve you, because source doesn't care. Source being served anyhow. It's only you that's supposed to decide in what movie now you want to practice. Now, the idea of limiting beliefs, this is such a huge subject. The limiting beliefs are just beliefs that supposed to construct us, supposed to keep us safe, supposed to keep us, so to say, comfortable. Okay, because we never do anything that we don't believe that is going to be good for us. So even when we actually harm ourselves, we believe that this way we're actually protecting ourselves and doing something good. Okay, but limiting beliefs are the beliefs that's supposed to keep us in our comfort zone. That's what limiting beliefs are. And how limiting beliefs are working, and now you really want to listen to this, okay? It's I came up with this on Saturday. Okay, the brain is installing cookies in your mind. Okay, it's like Google and all those, and website are installing cookies on your computer. They're installing cookies, and they see where the activity is. So if you repeat a certain thought, okay, once or twice, immediately your brain is going to install a cookie. Your brain actually install a cookie for any activity which is created in your mind, in your space. And once you start activating that thought or that vibration, okay, your brain is giving you more of that. Because why? It's installed a cookie. And why your brain is doing this? Because it wants to be nice to you. It wants to enable you to do more. So it said, okay, I'm going to do the hard job, and I'm going to deliver more of that, okay, because I installed that cookie, so now you can create more of it. So what happened? That you're going to find yourself more and more and more and more swimming in the same pond. You see, so the brain is working like the law of attraction. It just, those cookies are there actually to attract this activity, okay, in your mind and bring you more, because it sees, oh, you like it, so I'm going to bring you more of it. And even you say, oh, no, I don't like it, but there's activity over there. There's activity over there. So you have to understand that it goes wherever the activity is. It doesn't matter if it's on here or it's in here. It doesn't matter if it's negative or it's positive. There is activity. Okay, we're going to give more. There activity. That's it. There's no judgment here at all. So that means creation by default. Creation by default, it means that you're completely unaware. You're unaware of the potentials of the wisdom of the system around you. You're not aware that your brain doesn't have any judgment. Okay, your brain actually wants to serve you. So it chases the activities in your mind. You see that there is activity here, okay, more here. Same like source. Same like, the law of attraction. The law of attraction works just the same. Wherever there's activity, it's going to bring you more. And it doesn't matter if it's in this side of the gauge or that side of the gauge. Because there's no judgment. It doesn't matter. It only matters to you. Now, when it comes to deliberate creation, okay, this is actually what we are trying to study. We're trying to study how do we do this, okay, in a way that we're using our higher faculties, we're using our talents, we're using our intelligence, we're using our wisdom, okay, for the benefit of our desires. So, like I say all the time, it's really, really simple. When you deliberate by creation, you actually come from I want. I want. There's no don't in your phrases. I want. If I don't like something in the relationship, I don't care about what I don't like. I completely focus on the thing that I like in this relationship. It's like when I do healing. When I do healing, I don't care if the person is 100% dead, but there's only one single healthy hair in the body. If there's one single hair which is healthy in the body, this is where I'm going to start my healing, because you can always start from the positive, from the healthy, from the living part. Okay, and our living parts, in this analogy, is whatever we want, whatever is wanted for us. So if we're in a bad relationship, so to say, but there's one aspect in this relationship that we want, and we cannot, and we still want to keep the relationship, what we do want to do is we want to focus in one aspect in the relationship which is good, and take it from there. If let's say you're working with physical challenges, okay, so your attention is supposed to be on the healthy things in your physical body, in your physical experience, and take it from there, because the healthy parts are going to heal the non-healthy parts. Okay, and the same thing when we come to set up the vibration for the things we want. We want to set them up from the healthy things, because they are going to produce more of the same. It's like I was saying to someone, I don't remember when, that, or maybe in the previous workshop that we had, that you manifest better on a full stomach than on an empty stomach. Look how people look when they're hungry and when they're well fed. How many times you go to a party and the first thing that you look for and the first thing they give you is food? Why do they give you food? Not only to shut your mouth, to make you happy. Because once you're happy, okay, you're going to cooperate with them better. You know, it's going to be a better manifestation. Just imagine the food is not good or they didn't have food at all. All of a sudden you get stressed. Oh, how am I going to continue this hour without food? You already get into this vibration of deprivation. So the same thing with your vibration. If you want to have more, the universe look at you and say, oh, you are well fed. Okay, I'm going to bring you more and more and more and more. Why? Because you know how to eat. You're happy. You're a good eater. Did you see those mothers that they have those fat kids? Why? Because the fat wants to be he's so pleasing for the mother, okay, that he's willing to eat to make his mother happy. And what his mother is going to do, she's going to feed him more and more and more and more. Why? Because this is the contract between them of being happy. Feeding your child is being a good mother, and eating being a good kid. Same thing with the law of attraction. If the law of attraction see that you like something, it's going, and you have activity in there, it's going to bring you more and more and more and more. So you always, you know, so a better manifestation for you is going to be from the place of having. Let's say you want to have more money, so you have to look at the money that you already have, okay, and say, I love it. I want to have more of this. You have a relationship, they're a little like that, okay, or you don't have a relationship at all. You look at some kind of relationship that you have, you say, and you see yourself having more and more and more of the same. And another thing, if you think about it, you know, just some kind of, you know, reflection, it's always better. It's always better to go and do shoppings, okay, into the supermarket. They always say, go to the supermarket when you're not hungry. And why you want to do that? Because then you're going to buy the right things. You're going to buy what's on your shopping list. But if you're going to go hungry, most likely you're going to buy so many things of junks that you didn't want, and you're going to end up with a bill just like that. Why? Only because you went there hungry, and so you spend more than you actually wanted. So I'm sure there can be all other excellent excellent explanations. Okay, now this is the morning ritual. Okay. This is the morning ritual. I put it here like that. It's really, really simple. You can actually find it on the book. Okay, and actually I know it by heart. Okay, and what you would like to do in the morning ritual, okay, actually the morning ritual is very simple. Okay, and this actually, the morning ritual is supposed to set up the vibration for the day. And what we do in the 30-day process, we actually take one day at a time. That's all. We take one day at a time. Another thing which is very important, and people think, oh, I'm going to start this 30-day from next week, from next month, from next year, from, I don't know, next lifetime. And actually, at the moment you think about it, you actually started it. So there's no moment to start it. There's not some kind of a race that there is a beginning and then there's an end point. No. It's just a practice. It's not that you go to some kind of a picnic that, you know, that, or some kind of a vacation. No. You can start it in any moment, and actually, as I said, you already started it. And even you don't do it properly, okay? Let's say you just do parts of it, or you just set my mind into it. It's going to work immediately. Now, the morning ritual is fairly simple, because the only thing you have to do in the morning, okay, and it's really simple, you just have to devote 15 minutes. And why 15 minutes, okay? And definitely everybody recommending you to stick with the 15 minutes, okay, and keep it simple. Because if you're going to start and make it more complicated and start working more than that, more than 15 minutes, all of a sudden it's going to become a burden. You're not going to do anything about it. So the most important thing is to keep it simple, to keep it short. And if there's something that you feel that it's too much for you, skip it. You do it tomorrow. You do it in the evening. You do it some other time. Okay? Nobody's going to test you, examine you. Nobody's going to give you marks on that. Nobody's going, there's no diploma over that. You're not missing nothing. There's nothing either to succeed or to fail with. No matter what you do is good. So the first thing you have to do in the morning, and believe it or not, yesterday I had a very interesting experience with that, okay, it's to smile. Just smile. Before you even open up your eyes, before you take off the head, of the cushion, just smile. And you can remind yourself of a joke. You can remind yourself of something funny that happened. You can think about something funny that you want to do during the day. You just have any kind of thought that is going to create a smile. And even you don't have any thought, smiling by itself for no reason is going to make you giggle from here to the moon. Why? Because it's so silly. I do it all the time. Now I have no reason to smile or to laugh, just because I decided to smile. You see? Do it now. Just do it. Just do like that. Isn't that stupid? So just because it's silly, you're smiling, and because it becomes more and more stupid and more silly, you smile more and more, and you laugh more and more. Why? Because it's silly, and that's how it just evolves itself. Another thing is just breathe for 60 seconds. Just breathe. So Abraham said 60 breaths. So you can just count 60. Time 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 until 60, and you're good. Okay? Simple. Smiling is extremely important because it's raises the level of serotonin in the brain, okay, which makes you feel happy, okay? And breathing is important because this is like start up your computer about being here in the body. It's really important to bring you now into the moment. So what more simple than just smiling, creating serotonin in your brain, okay, and then breathing and bring yourself into the moment. So actually bring yourself into a happy body because it's already releasing serotonin. You understand how simple and ingenious it is? Okay? Okay. Okay. Now, another thing is you have to meditate for 5 minutes. Okay, 5 minutes is really not that much time. Okay, and the only thing you do in meditation, I can tell you that myself, you can meditate as you just get yourself out of bed. You get yourself out of bed, you sit both legs on the floor, and you just close your eyes before you get up in bed. Just sit there and be in the moment for 5 minutes. If you want to count the minutes, it's okay. You can count the minutes until you're going to feel it, okay? But just be there. Another thing that I constantly recommend is if you don't have any certain meditation technique, okay, you just put your hands on your chest, okay, close your eyes and listen to yourself breathing. Just do that. Just listen to yourself breathing. Don't give anything to start activate you. That's all. You don't have to solve any problem. You don't have to write any letters. You don't have to figure any mathematic exercise. You don't have to do anything. Just breathe for 5 minutes. Okay? Now, every aspect of health, wealth, and love, okay, has its own unique mindset. Okay. Now, another thing that is important about this process, it's a circular process of 3. Okay. We just work on 3 subjects. Okay, which is health, wealth, and love. So every day we work in another subject. If you work about your health, which means your physical body, okay, you set up your mind to benefit your body with thoughts that are benefiting your body from the heaviness of your body. If you think about wealth, if you work the second day about wealth, okay, you bring this vibration of abundance, of financial abundance, or material abundance. If it comes to your relationship, when it comes to love or the thing that you want, you emphasize on that aspect. Okay. Yeah. Now another thing Abraham is saying is the placemat. Okay. Now I'm going to explain the placemat very, very shortly. Okay, the placemat is a very simple process that what you do, you make a list of the things that you have to do during the day. All the things that you have to do during the day, everything. Okay, and then what you do, you divide the list to two. The things that you are going to do or you want to do, and all the other things you leave to the universe to do. Sounds crazy, but it works. You can actually start giving tasks to you in the universe. I want you to do this, and I want you to do that, and I want you to do this, and I want you to do this. Believe it or not, the universe just delivers, because the universe has no questions about what and how. Okay, now, yeah. There's another process. It calls I forgot the name of it. It's a process that relate to money. Okay, it's one of the processes that Abraham are giving. They give about 22 processes. Okay, and what it means that you give yourself a virtual $100 a day. And every day you see how you spend those virtual dollars. Now every day you give yourself another $100. Let's say you start today. Today you have $100, so you think how you're going to spend that money. Tomorrow you're going to have 200. The next day you're going to have 300. So every day you give yourself another $100. If you want, you can just double it. You just play with it. Now the reason that exercise is important is because we have a lot of abundance blocks in our space. Some people cannot think about big numbers. They cannot see themselves spending big numbers. If they see more than 1 0 after a figure, okay, they start shaking all over their body. Okay, if it's if it starts to become 2 zeros, oh my God, this is going to be the end of 3 zeros. Oh no, this is a salary. Okay, so that exercise is really important to bypass many of the abundance blocks that people have. And we have at least 24 that are major, and we have endless others that are not major. And another thing you can do with this exercise, this is my personal recommendation, with this exercise you can actually see where you are comfortable with money. I can tell you that for me, spending $1,000 a day, that's easy. I do this so easy. Why? I go a few items and it's done. I'm huge. Yeah, cause a prosperity game. I'm really huge with that. If you're going to give me $500,000, I'm going to tell you, oh, I'm going to keep it on my cash, on my on the regular account, because it's not such a big money. That's how I look at things. And why do I look at things in this way? Because I come from architecture. For me, numbers start with 3 zeros. You cannot do anything unless you have 3 zeros behind them. So that's where I come from. So for me, every little thing starts with 3 zeros. And everything less than that, it's just, okay, great. I know people that everything that has more than 1 zero after it is going to put them on stress. So the prosperity game that Abraham are actually proposing, and we're going to do all those 22 processes one by one or 3 by 3, or we're going to go through them, but not today. They're extremely important because what they do, they are bypassing paradigms. They bypassing limiting beliefs. They're bypassing a lot of, they're dismissing a lot of cookies in your brain. So actually this process in a way helps you to clear up a lot of cookies out of your space and create new ones that you really want. Okay, very close to the end of it here. Don't you proud of me? Now, this is the evening ritual. The evening ritual is so very simple. And yesterday I did something funny. As I went to sleep, I found myself smiling. And why did I smile? I don't even remember why I smiled, but I have some naughty thoughts in my mind. I was quite pleased about the day, about things that I was able to run through the day. So I was smiling to myself that I was really actually able to make them. And when I caught myself smiling, I said to myself, Rovita, look at you. You took the morning ritual into your night ritual. And this actually put me immediately in my vortex. What the evening ritual actually proposed is another thing that proposed in the morning, and I forgot to say, and it's to read a quote. Okay, now the book is in the file section of the group. Okay, is actually give you a quote for every day, so you can actually find quote over there, and you don't have to print anything, as I said on part 1. You really don't have to print it but the few pages. I already dumped them here. But those pages. You don't have to print anything but those 6. And I talk about them in part 1. Okay? So you can find a quote from the book, or you can just find a certain video on the subject of the day. Let's say if you work on wealth, which you work on money, find a video that talk about money, winning the lottery or whatever. And if you work on health, the same thing. And if you work about relationship, the same thing. Actually, the videos are very well divided into subjects that you can find whatever you want. One of the things I did at the beginning when I started that process of 30 days, I didn't have a book, I didn't have any guidance. I was just listening to a few videos, and everything they was just saying is the first thing you want to do is get into the vortex. Just get into the vortex. And when I heard the 30-day process, they were just talking about shutting yourself out of your physical reality, which is shutting out yourself from television, from news, from people that might surround you and bring you down with their constant complaining and with their drama and everything. You just want to shut them down for 30 days, and you have to take it just one day at a time. So that's much of what I heard. When it comes to television, I was fine. I don't have a television. When it comes to the news, I'm fine. Not attached to the news forever. Okay, when it comes to people around me, there was nobody around me really, but the dog that was really pleasant. Okay, and the only thing I had to do is get into the vortex. So I took their meditation, and I was practicing it in the morning and practicing in the evening. And you can find the meditation on their website. Just $15, you download it to your computer. If you want them to send it to you on a disk, so it's just another, I don't know, $2-3 more, and you get it on a disk. Okay, another thing that you want to do before you go to sleep is you want to register your success stories. You want to tell yourself what was good about that day. You want to mark something that was going well that day. Very important. You have to register to yourself something that was working well for you. At least once. At least one of them. And it could be a very simple thing. It could be to get something in the mail in the right time. It could be just to show up in the right time for yourself. It could be just being able to order the food that you want. It could be just being able to cook whatever you want. It just could be just to do the laundry that you really wanted. Another thing that I didn't talk about, but I talk about in other videos that we make, is the segment of attended, and that it means that you can set a vibration during the day. Okay, during the day, whenever you do something, okay, you want to set the vibration for it, and setting the vibration for it is really simple. As I was just talking about setting a vibration this entire session, it's actually deciding how your experience is going to be. Let's say you are going to go to work. You're going to decide how your day at work is going to look like. And you don't have to start with something so big like day at work, okay? Because there might be a lot of people involved. It can be like little things, like preparing your breakfast, taking a shower, whatever you decide to do. So you can decide that how this experience is going to manifest itself. Well, that's it for the morning and for the evening and for the day. About myself, some people ask me what this process brought me, and the process brought me into the, here. That's how it brought me. It brought me to work with my psychic tools. I was about to decide if I want to take a job somewhere, and I wasn't sure. It was in New York, it was in Manhattan, and I wasn't sure that I really want to do something like that. I was really happy to stay here. I didn't feel, to go into the hustle and bustle of Manhattan itself, and I really liked it here, and I didn't want to change that much. So I took that process, and Abraham, after 45 days, I was asking Abraham, and I said, hey, I don't get any real answer. What am I supposed to do now? What am I supposed to say? What am I supposed to decide? And Abraham was saying to me very clear, just tell everybody that you read energy like we do. Nearly. I said, are you sure? They said, yeah. So I was pondering about it, and I didn't give myself more than 10 minutes to do it, because if I would think more than 10 minutes, I wouldn't do this, and I'm going to lose the momentum for life. And it was about 10 months ago when it happened, and it's history since then. So now since I realize how crucial it is for people to understand how energy works, and since it's my specialty, I really know how energy works. So I just guide people into the process and helping them to understand and to grasp that idea, and to make better of whatever they already have, to make more of what they have. Now, if you want to ask something, this is a great time for you for questions. If everything is clear to you, I'm much more I'm really happy as well. So, oh, thank you. Great lesson.
I think I unmute my microphone. Thank you for everything. And like I say in the things, I mean, my burden is like 30 seconds or something. I cannot do more than 30 seconds, maybe 1 minute. It's hard to remember. I don't know. Maybe I don't need remember. That's why I'm not doing it for 15 minutes. But I don't know how to apply.
It's simple. If you can do, what do you do for 30 seconds?
I mean, when I wake up, before waking up from bed, I start smiling. I say, oh, perfect day. I just thank for everything, for weather. I wake up, I'm healthy, blah, blah. Just 30 seconds. Then that's it.
Well,
Nothing else.
it's actually not supposed to take. Listen, if you can, setting off the vibration doesn't have to take more than 17 seconds.
Oh,
Actually, yeah. And I explained that in part 1, that setting up the vibration, you can do it in 17 seconds. For me, to shift my vibration doesn't take me that much. I can do it spontaneously. Immediately, I can shift my vibration. Why? Because I'm trained with this. It doesn't take that long. The reason that they give 15 minutes in the morning and 15 minutes during the night is for you to be able to practice something that you're not familiar with. But if you can do it with no time, if you can shift your vibration in 30 seconds, go for it.
I see, I see.
Yeah.
But
And
at least meditation works for me. I know that's the point. I mean, if I do meditation, everything works better, but I don't do the meditation.
you don't listen, the meditation is an exercise. It's a recommendation. If you can listen, what I would suggest to you is to take a break, or it's not even take a break. It's just every now and then during the day, just do the 30 seconds that you do, and that's it. You can modify this process to your own needs. Once an
I
hour, once in 2 hours, once in 3 hours, whenever you feel. Just take those 30 seconds and just do it. Smile, breathe, and tell yourself, all the good, all the good things you want to be appreciative of.
I see. I see. I do that part, but I don't ask anything uh, in. I don't ask anything. I think I should ask about health or wealth or something.
Well, it's great. It's great. Because the things are going to come to you from the place of abundance, from the place of having, not from the place of not having. Yeah. Now, I have a question here. So what about good statement to reduce weight? If you really want to reduce weight, you have to be happy about whatever you have already, about the body that you have, really. Because if you're stressed about your body, if you stress about your weight, this is exactly where you're going to gain more weight. Because
Yeah,
it's where the activity is. If you have the activity of I have to lose weight, I'm not looking good enough or whatever, this is where where the cookies are going to come. So if you want to lose weight, so to say, if you want to shape your body, you have to focus on the things that you like about your body. Be it your nose, be it your hair, be it your nails. Start with something that you like about yourself, and then gradually work more and more. I know women that that, to my opinion, look amazing. I'm sure that they want to. I'm sure. I don't know if I'm sure, but they are big. Okay, but I see that they are taking care, let's say, their nails, because they have so beautiful nails. Okay, so they take care of their nails, and as they start taking care of the nails and their hands, and they see something graceful and beautiful about their hands, this is start to develop a very good feeling about themselves and the body in general. Okay, let's say I see that you have a beautiful hair, so you can focus on getting yourself a great haircut, or some kind that something about the hair that is going to make you feel wonderful every time you watch it, and this is going to enhance the well-being feeling that you have about your body, and this way it's going to bring more and more into your space. I would never tell you go and buy something. No, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't tell you go and buy some clothes and spend money. No, I'm going to tell you to start wherever you are. Yeah.
Revito?
Yes.
Okay. You know what you said about food?
Yeah.
You said you manifest better with full stomach.
Right.
Is that right?
I'm not a hungry person, so for me, food is not that important.
Yeah. Is that actually? I mean, yeah, that must be right. I mean, it's not just a example that you gave. That must be right, because when you're hungry, you're
Oh, I
not.
see. I understand what you mean. People,
Yeah.
yes, I understand what you mean. Hungry here people say about somebody who's hungry that he's highly motivated.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yes, I didn't mean that. I meant
But
from the place of abundance.
yeah, it does work on the actual literal way as well, though, doesn't it?
Well, I think that if you're hungry and you're chasing your food, you become actually a hunter, and that's not the idea of the law of attraction. The law of attraction says that you're not supposed to hunt anything. The law of attraction says, say, ask, and I'll bring it to you. You don't have to hunt it. You understand? That's a very good point. If you think about it, it's a very, very good point.
Okay.
The law of attraction say, and you know that ask and it will be given. You're not supposed to chase it and hunt this. You're not supposed to come from an empty stomach. You're supposed to come from a place of abundance, the place that you have. And thank you for that question, because a lot of people are saying, oh, he's hungry, he's hungry. As if somebody is hungry is just better. Another thing they said hungry about Einstein, but I think it's they used it in a way that they say, because actually whoever created the relativity formula, whoever created everything was Mach, sorry, and they said that Einstein just put it together. They said that Mach just was very well fed when Einstein was actually hungry. It means that Einstein was passionate about it. Einstein wanted to do something about it when Mach actually was idle towards the entire information. So hungry can be passionate, but I wouldn't use. But that wasn't my intention at all.
Okay.
Be passionate is to be passionate about something, from the place of having it, not from the place of being in survival.
Of looking for it. Yeah.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was in and out. My internet connection wasn't.
That's fine. That's fine. Yeah. That's fine. Okay. So I believe yes. So thank you. I believe we had it all, and I hope you enjoyed it at least as much as I enjoyed it. I'm breaking my ice more and more with those videos, and I have a last slide, which is really important, and it has to be shown. I don't want anyone to think that that's ungrateful. Okay, this is tributes, the quotes and copyrights publications, and put together by Ulrike Haut. She did a very nice job with putting this together in a book, and that's the book that we're working with. And it looks like a lot of work, but actually it is not. It just you can just summary it up with a few 6 pages. It's all the notes on the group, okay, on the Facebook group, How to Change Your Life in 30 Days, okay, Abraham Hicks group, okay, and that's all you need. It's all here, very simple. So my job is to make it simple for you and not to complicate it anything, because it's all very simple and easy. So thank you everybody for watching. See you soon.
Thank you.
It's been
Bye-bye.
wonderful. Thank you.